More speed. Take it easy. Freeze to the core! I condemn you!
Shake his hands!
Here comes the catch. Eye for an eye. Vengeance will be mine.
Eyes on me!
More speed.
I can do it.
More speed.
Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Ad Astra ab. Thank you for Ad Astra.
Wanderer near Wolfendom.
Mondstadt welcomes you.
All I can think about is D-Luke.
There is to the craft.
Leave it to me. Shake and stir. Look at you.
Beg for mercy. Game's up. Fun over. Crush. Well met. More speed. Freeze to the core. To ashes.
Sayonara special.
Shudder. More speed. Flood of frost. I condemn you. Freeze to the core! Shudder!
Things are about to get dicey.
Rack and ruin! More speed! More speed.
Think you can bully me? Diana Special!
Beg for mercy. Vengeance will be mine. Crush. I condemn you to ashes.
Shake his hand!
Blood of frost. More speed.
Ooh, you restaurant? That place isn't even worth mentioning.
Hi, Catherine!
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that after assessing the assignment.
Just another day on the job for us!
Allow me to explain.
Noni?
That's correct. So it came as a surprise, but it doesn't end there.
Salad pipe, no problem!
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please We are still but please ask around in the streets. Thank you. I will.
Well, let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this Arataki Ito guy and figure out where he might have run off to.
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. And to be completely honest...
Wait, you...
No. So, on the one hand, I don't personally see him as a bad guy. But when someone asks...
Is it just...
I'm afraid that perhaps you could try asking around...
Okay, then...
More speed. Arataki Ito.
Huh?
No, perhaps you... maybe a story will explain it better. So kids being...
On purpose!
No, not at all. Then he took the kid...
Ugh.
He did take... He was pretty quick to admit. In fact, the children... So, I suppose what I'm...
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad...
Yes, my thoughts exact... So, I'm not trying to
Thanks for the info.
Arataki Ito. We know he's already...
Catherine says that Paimon's cute.
Yes, of course. For starters, most thieves will... At first, what's most frustrating is that he's never had a more... After scrounging... As for his psychological... At the time, the vision hunt with...
He does sound a little unstable. Just...
If the two of you are...
Thanks for all the info. Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist. Paimon remembers that there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there.
Oh, him again. I've heard all about your travels. A one-off payment of 397,000 mora, up front. Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Ito is successfully caught and brought to justice.
Whoa! That's crazy expensive!
Hold, and... now then, to give you the full... A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The Blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The Crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the Blue Oni said to the Crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
As planned, the Crimson Oni chased the Blue Oni away. The Crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the Crimson Oni went to tell the Blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That's it?
I suppose the...
But...
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble. What I'm trying to... Every generation...
But...
That's a very... Besides, according to my investigation, the Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that... Don't mention it.
Wait!
I could only assume...
Okay!
Yeah, in fact, If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps.
Right!
It just so happens that, of course,
Sneak! Let's head to Yoshi.
Please speak to President Sangha. I'm just a helper.
According to Detective Sango, Ito should be somewhere around here. Look, footprints! Let's see where they lead. There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy. Let's keep moving forward. There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead. Wait, could that be him? Is that Arataki Ito? He doesn't seem to be looking. It'll save a lot of hassle.
Beans!
What should we do?
It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. I can take it. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment. Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that. Oh, I get it. So you're here to bring me in. How in the world did you find me all the way out here? Well, whatever. I pack a mean...
That's pretty big talk consider...
Yep, that's right. Me as boss of the R...
Yeah, but nabbing...
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy pick. And the extra mora means I can, Hey, what's with all the...
No way,
What did you say, little one?
well, mostly she took a commission to bring you back.
Looks like you aren't...
Uncle Ito! Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall.
What's taking you so long?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. It's because of a little thing called...
Okay.
Yep, I'll be right...
Who were
The old lady, they escaped with me out this way, along with...
Right.
Listen, how about we make a deal? If you win, I'll come quietly. I'll just tell little Dice...
What should we do?
Oh, it's on! Come with me. Saves you...
More speed.
By the way, Paimon's...
You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, but let me tell ya, once the Oni, the grand game of beetle fighting, hey, it's not just I have taken part, but it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's gotta be in the right headspace as well. Boy, are you two...
But we're...
Anyway, not a... And by the way, that...
Okay.
Okay, there. Let's head to that hill.
Weather is a hindrance. The thunder drowns out all other sounds.
Uh-oh! Lightning storm!
Just our luck. Oh, darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down from here. Look, you see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto. Huh? Oh, what the... Ah, no, not lavender melons. Well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay, just gotta roll with the punches. Let's try somewhere else. This is the one! This is the one! See? It's on the smaller side. Just let the expert explain. Listen, you can never... It might look a bit... Young beetles that have never fought before. Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me...
Right here! If we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hop down, Paimon flew us... What do you think, Ito? It's big and strong and... Bet the one you guys found must be way bigger.
Oh,
Nope, this is a...
Well, looks like...
Oh, so...
Anyway, great. Well, so many
As in pure...
whoa. I think Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go!
More speed.
Let me
Beg
try.
for mercy.
Huh? Snatch! Look at you, Boozer!
Here comes the catch. Yeah. Shudder. Yeah. Freeze to the core. Rack and ruin. I can put these to good use. More speed.
Finally! You're back! Can we start our beetle fight?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy.
Don't worry.
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimble Ninja.
Huh? What?
Come on, you can take a... Oh, no! My little Nimble Ninja!
Ha! Look,
Dang it! Ugh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Stripey Ghost is invincible! Even Uncle Ito...
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear! All right, Paimon, you're up. Time to...
All right, go get him!
Whoa! That one looks ultra strong. But it's...
All right, little guy, use your Super Paimon Tornado!
No.
Yay!
Boy, did that...
See? Oh, this is for you, Dad.
Huh?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke.
But
Of course. Anyway.
Good.
you're from the Tenryo Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Huh?
Hey!
That's not true! I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Ito and not only did he not do-
Hey, I'm,
Ito.
Seems I can't hide it anymore. I'll be honest with you. I have my own, and the same as you.
So why in the world? Hold on a sec.
Oh, so you're...
So,
Everything about but the other details? The Inazuma, the Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Oh, the Crimson Oni...
Paimon thought...
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to. Because humans were... The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live. Humans didn't... If things were to continue over drinks... First, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. In other words, they were to carry on after choosing eggs since I first heard this.
So yours?
That's right. But nothing gets by. Still, it'd be strange if the... Exactly. I've always respected... Our pride does not... My guess is that the Blue Oni was... That's right.
But what does Dice...
He was the one I managed. He was off playing some... The whole reason I'm in this is to help this... I never wanted to tell you. There's more to that. That's everything. But, if you're willing to believe me...
Yep. Paimon too. Just treat...
So, I should tell you. All right. Yo, you must be...
It's not the... But this time with... I got down on my knees and begged. Then I saw that there... But instead, he stopped the others and told them to let me go. Yeah, but the young Oni, luckily...
So he'll steal, but he won't harm people. Did he say why they were robbed?
Surely, I mean...
Ugh. Do you have any idea?
I have... You weren't gonna go at...
Don't worry. It's just a bunch of... If these two islands... They gotta pass through here. If I'm not mistaken...
Yeah. Oh, here they come!
Yeah, there they are. And one of them... All right, it's go... Looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Let's fight first, talk later.
There's more!
Huh?
Finally, it's my lucky day.
Crush!
There's more!
Diana Special!
To the ferry.
Yeah.
Finally,
Huh?
to the ferry.
Hey, don't even think about running. It's me, Arataki Ito, descendant...
I know who you are. From the day we are born, every Blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know our... But what about the Crimson Oni, Because those who get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
No, you're wrong, since you remember the... So my question is... Huh?
The Blue Oni gave up everything. Just so the... But let me ask you, Arataki, you're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse still, you let them get your vision during the Vision Hunt decree. Protecting the Oni pride? You're a disgrace to the Oni.
Hey, come on.
Since when do you care? But do you have any... We were cut off from no clothing.
So,
That's right. Why should I accept that lie? I've abandoned I've given everything. That's what matters most to me.
Yeah! If people see...
The Blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad. Unless, of course, this bonehead, he's the one that...
Huh?
You should get your... The Blue Oni... Why couldn't you...
There they are! Seize them!
Oh no!
Forget it. Look, I don't expect...
Hey! He got away! Uh-oh.
We can't get... Looks like I'm up to bat. Whatever you do, don't attack any of the Tenryo Commission.
Battle formation! Soldiers, quick!
Let's roll!
Withdraw.
Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki Ito.
Yeah! Take this! I must withdraw.
Soldiers! Oni coming through!
I must withdraw.
Can't catch me!
I won't forget this.
Man, they really came out in force today. I'm kind of flattered the Tenryo Commission sent so many. But I still haven't completely recovered from the... No, all that would do is send them...
Then what should we do?
Hey, boss! Thought you'd have all the fun without us? Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Maybe we can't take him.
Hey, I told you to stay out of this.
Well, we're in it now. Go, do what you gotta do.
Watch yourselves. Soon as I'm... Come on, you two. Time to roll!
Don't let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this? There's...
Run for it, boss!
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels... pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. All right, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find Takuya.
It was real touching and all what they did, but those few guys weren't much of...
Huh. Is it just me, or are there more and more footprints here? A wrecked cart and some goods. Look alive, we've got company.
Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you.
More! Finally,
Seems they definitely don't want us going any further. Let's see what's waiting for us up ahead. Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here, too. Must be plenty going on. Hidden entrance. Yes! Oh, this is gonna be...
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably...
Huh? Of course, but it takes a world, so I'm here to save him no matter what.
Huh?
Can't catch me! acquired by less than legitimate means, no doubt. And all the more reason we gotta put an end to this. No problemo. That'll be what this mechanism's for.
Oh, it's moving!
Ah, see? What did I tell you? Just trust my instincts.
More speed. More speed.
It's my lucky day.
Monster! Can't handle your drink.
Eyes on me!
My blade.
Beg for mercy.
To the very.
More speed. More speed.
Must be holding on to them for leverage. All right, let's get him out of here.
All right, you're all free to...
Sorry, but...
Calm down, dear.
But...
Oh, you...
Yes, that's right! Have you seen him?
Don't worry. He's been worried.
You were the one who saved him?
No, before you go call...
Really? Just one little...
Please, no one dare stand...
What?
Oh, in fact...
At night? Are you a friend? Oh,
Let me put it this way. There are a few things he needs to...
I'm glad to hear that. He's lucky to have family like you.
Anyway, you should...
Yes, thanks.
Huh. A child that made some poor choices. Anyway, let's get going, while we still have time.
More speed. More speed.
This is the place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can.
Look at you, Boo-down.
Game's up. Time's over. Crush.
There's more! The fairy!
Eye for an eye.
The fairy! Finally,
Who wants some of this?
The fairy! Finally, Bet you think you've won, don't ya? So, I'll let you in on a little secret. A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper. What makes it so special is that if you tear one piece, the other piece starts tearing too.
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little
You better stay where you are. Aren't you curious what the... I'll tell you.
What? You're gonna blow this up?
Oh, don't worry about me. You've had your my paper charm! Where's my
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you looking for...
Yes, that's it.
I snatched it earlier.
Why,
You're one to talk. What about burying everyone here? If you ask me, that...
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great. 'Cause I'm done listening. Yeah! Great work, Takuya. You arrived in the...
Stay away from me.
Huh?
I said stay away!
Hey, oh...
Just because I won't let him blow... Unless you want to get buried.
If you were that cruel...
I'm not here to reason with you. This sacrifice is mine to make. Mine alone!
No one needs to...
All right. I've tarnished our... I chose this. This is between us.
They're here!
Uh-oh.
Hey, Tenryo Commission! I'm the one you're looking for. You're the ones in charge...
Ignore him. He doesn't... Listen, Takuya. Your sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but listen to me. The Blue Oni have been... We've made mistakes. Fate hasn't been kind to the Oni. Well, then let's... But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me. Now let's go. But we're not done talking about this. Takuya! I'll take care of this. There are still people in danger. Go, help them.
What?
Hey, I got this.
Come on!
Forget about me! Just go! It's what I deserve!
Ah, shut up, would ya?
What about Ito and Takuya? Paimon hopes they're alright. Look! It's Ito and Takuya!
That's gonna hurt tomorrow. What's up with the looks on your faces? I said we'd be okay. I'm sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now.
Why? Why would I'm the guilty one here? I don't deserve this.
Because we're Oni, that's why. We share the same... Our parents and... I just wish you'd come to find... If you knew about me all along, then you should have come and asked me for help. I never would have dreamed of turning you away.
The Blue Oni...
Not to me. It's only because of them. Honestly...
You say all that.
You remember the pack. Every member of the... Take Akira, for example. Even Granny. You want to talk about pride?
But...
Don't worry.
We've dealt with the Kairagi and the people of Takia. All stolen article.
No!
It's all right, Taku. Don't worry.
Might want to put your
Oh! But no worry.
Yeah, we've...
Oh! Yeah, I guess it's up to you then, Traveler. Could you be a Yeah, I know that...
As for you two, but...
Hey, wait! Are you... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, see you next time. Whenever that'll be.
Well, he's pretty. Weird.
So, yes, they did. He and his gang...
Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Ito helped us!
Now, don't... If you ask, though he looks
Thank you.
Yes.
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit again soon.
As for the Blue Oni...
Do you need our help?
Besides, once Ito is... Oh, yes! He does what back when I took... But I've never, because Ito...
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni wanted to be friends with the humans, so the Blue Oni played the role of the naughty kid. And then he left. After a long time, the Crimson Oni was living happily with the humans, but in his heart, he wanted to bring the Blue Oni back home. The Crimson Oni didn't know where to find the Blue Oni. His search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers. He found many traces of the Blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The Blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the Blue Oni had once done, the Crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Al, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Al. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The Blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the Blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance. Suddenly, he jumped. The Crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
Ad Astra. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual...
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
Indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available? Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not. The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. Good. Then...
Is the Tenryu?
Yes. And they are already... Their main priority is to... The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. You have our deepest... I will mark on your map the area...
Relax. The sacred Sakura... Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Hanachi Rusato's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it! Time to teach him a lesson!
More speed.
They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them!
Beg for mercy. I condemn you! Vengeance will be mine! Shudder!
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryu Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait,
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the
okay, sounds more like you sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way. Since then, every time I encounter an...
Makes sense. You must get super...
Might I remind you that I am not here to... Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. I considered this matter worthy of my attention, so I pursued them, and they led me here. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes, perhaps she would have left the situation alone.
What?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to be delegated to the Tri-Commission. But Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura...
A disaster?
Yes. 500 years ago, a great catastrophe befell Inazuma. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. Countless lives were lost. The monsters their duty was to tear open So that's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. Maybe to you, it seemed but an excess of caution.
Guess you can't argue with...
Since we are both here for the same reason, let us work together. From the traces they've left in the surrounding area,
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Having someone uber powerful. Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monsters, we should ask her to tell us more about Conria. This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
Time to scout. We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro Commission will be able to nurse the root system back to health.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glowing? Huh? What's this? Could they be... But... What?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this. Now,
What happened here?
who are you? Run quick, well, we will defend Inazuma until you beasts and horrifying monsters are every last trace.
But look!
Not right now, but they'll be back. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. There is no one left. I don't know how long we can hold out for.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
You're back. Please, we beg you. Only the glow of your super...
Calm down.
Over.
Look around you. The grass... There are no monsters.
What? But how? I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with...
Hey, calm down.
Huh. I think I understand. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. Thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to...
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw was the sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, some of an entity formed with strong filth, purified filth, quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly after.
So the memories of the ones that died?
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was precisely the disaster that happened in Inazuma. Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. Some were local in origin, while others came from the now fallen kingdom of Conria. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in before it was too late. Otherwise, it would spread to all of Teyvat. But my friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. She would shoulder the responsibility of protecting Inazuma and mobilize all forces at her disposal. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it, we both knew that the road ahead would likely end in tragedy.
So, Inazuma was attacked at the same time as when the disaster happened in Conria?
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. In the end, I never had the chance to see her one last time. But I would like to believe that she kept her promise to me until the very last. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever imagined. Those terrible tragedies left great wounds that are still felt to this day, both on the land itself and in my heart.
Hey?
Yes. For the longest time, I couldn't bring myself to face the pain of that loss. All my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish monsters, I was helpless against the ravages of time, powerless to keep the ones I cherished alive. But after my clash with human ambition, I thought long and hard. Now I realize I cannot fixate on the past forever. When I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over the centuries. A glimpse of human potential. Everything far exceeded my expectations. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss, but also new encounters. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, he still chose to keep fighting for the sake of moving forward. All those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. But perhaps the future they were hoping for is not the eternity that I once strove for. As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honored their wishes. Warriors of the past, who spilled your blood on this land, your noble souls now rest in this earth. I will never forget you.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on. Let's keep investigating the damage to the sacred Sakura.
There are a load of rift hounds here too!
Leave them to me. Illusion shattered! Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one—
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply— Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an unexpected turn at— I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable monsters lying in wait in this area, I must make sure I have the strength to—
makes sense. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting a battle in a distant land.
Fighting a battle in a distant land? Sounds like—
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea. He brews some of the very finest tea in—
Your Excellency, it sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought— I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current— After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we
see. So, most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. So, I decided, and now the almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then? People flee out of a desire to live on. And the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dreams over tea. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most beautiful places in Inazuma. Over time, I've come to understand her mindset. Quite the romantic at heart, a true dreamer. One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. So you see, as bleak as things may be now...
Perhaps you are right.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the almighty Shogun for the last time. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has... Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But even if I survived until then, I'd probably be a hopelessly befuddled old so-and-so by then. Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look at me rambling away to my heart's content, and the almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't smash it to...
Can't see a tea...
Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it.
Don't worry about it. Take a rest.
Almighty Shogun, you're not going...
This place is... complicated. Leave it to us.
But I can't decide whether it's a...
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do.
I'm also feeling very nostalgic for his tea.
Oh, why don't we go to the Kamisato estate? There'll definitely be a tea set we can borrow there.
It's the Traveler. And the almighty Shogun. How might I be of assistance?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. And the...
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer to spend...
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound anything like you at all.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing martial arts. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns, but he always acted as if he was completely unaware of it. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was Makoto's view on reality. She always saw things that way.
You and Makoto had pretty different views, huh?
Indeed we did. It was the biggest difference between us. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. The yearning for a better future held by living beings. They are similar, but not identical. When you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations light up the sky far above in the form of countless stars. Now, it seems like she was right, while I took the wayward path.
Wow, there sure was a lot going on beneath the surface.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream is more imaginary, more abstract than an ambition. An ambition is a yearning for something material, or a concrete outcome. It is finite in nature, and will be replaced by a new ambition in due course. Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives humans to constantly generate new ambitions in the first place. It is something innate, rooted in instinct. In other words, it is something eternal.
That's, quite a lot to take in.
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't concerned about outcomes. I didn't understand at the time. How can we say that we are maintaining eternity when things are constantly moving forward and evolving? I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of eternity she set out with. Yes, it does. I always thought that she must have grasped some elusive, arcane wisdom to arrive at the conclusions she did. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least, an elegantly simple one. Notwithstanding that it was also the more prudent choice, based on a more mature, far-sighted outlook.
Do you feel you're starting to understand her better now?
You have already witnessed my previous views on eternity, but now I no longer cling to what was lost. I suppose that means our differences have been reconciled.
Almighty Shogun, I found a tea set. This one in...
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind.
It's all good, sir. She's actually pretty chill.
Let us return. We ought not keep...
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself, would he?
Or perhaps the ley lines did not have the power to sustain him for very long.
So we didn't even have a...
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. Well, this chance won't come often, and we do have... I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. I doubt The tea is ready. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. I'm not sure how to explain it. You're right. I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu, Makoto, and all the other friends who I watched pass even further back. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation reasonably light-hearted. But now, the events of 500 years ago, not...
She died in that disaster too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone, without telling me. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. Whenever similar crises had arisen in the past, I was always the one to face them in her stead. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Or perhaps it was more that she went ahead of me, put herself in front of me, so that I would remain hidden. In any case, by the time I realized what was happening... Yes. It was too late. I arrived only in time to hear her dying breath. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point, so all I could do was enter into her mind. As far as you're concerned, it would be somewhere similar to the plain of Euthymia. It was there that we bid each other a final farewell. I cried bitterly. Even in those final moments, I couldn't understand her actions. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she keep me in the dark about it? Was it to shield me? It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament to that decision, I saved her realm of consciousness just before it collapsed completely, and brought it back to Inazuma.
That's quite a...
When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. The tree that you know as the sacred sakura. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time immemorial. They were so matter-of-fact about it, and couldn't at all understand what I was so surprised about. No one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly with the area as I remembered it. It seemed as if I was the only one to have noticed it appear suddenly out of thin air. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect of Makoto's consciousness. With the help of the sacred Sakura's power, I was finally able to overcome the monsters and quell the disaster in Inazuma.
This is all really hard to understand. Kinda beyond...
Yes. She had such a great love for this land, and for its people. In this respect, I still do not compare to her. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events again. Facing the fact that she is gone is unbearably painful. But even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue, once swallowed, leaves some sweetness in the throat. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Brother? You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the...
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Inazuma, and the fate of those closest to me. So, I am afraid I can't help you. With this last cup of tea, thank you, Destiny.
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last. More speed. Once again.
Hey!
Fear not. Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Illusion shattered! Torn to oblivion! Shine down! There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apology.
Don't worry about it. We'll deal with them. Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency? We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, men. They're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Don't.
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with.
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun.
When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent and their willingness to grant their power to humans. If the almighty Shogun is in trouble, now...
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now, just the sight of you appearing before us once more, this hope is the light that will guide...
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your...
Protect the almighty Shogun!
Look at you, Buddha!
Ha! Freeze to the core! Ha!
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought...
Thank you, all.
Are you...
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. The monsters will definitely come back. Quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun...
Well, what...
We will stay here and guard against the monsters. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters.
Just leave it to us. But the almighty Shogun, no matter what kind of...
Oh, thank you all. I should not have left it this late.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. With you leading us...
Glory to the Shogun!
Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their... The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. You could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memories held in the ley lines. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now, and that's what counts.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Raiden Shogun they revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the root system.
Alrighty then, let's... It looks calm on the outside, But Paimon bets she seems to have changed a... Huh? What's wrong, eh? What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like the situation... No need. I need to go to the cave.
Why?
A battleground. One where I shall sever ties with the past and take the first steps into the future.
More speed. Time to scout.
We're finally here.
Whoa! Where'd the Torii Gate come from?
It's getting worse again. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. It looks like she will...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is...
Follow me.
Whoa. This place... Look! It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice!
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct. But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been... I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must...
wait!
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battle. Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day.
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just want the best for...
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits Ei's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and distorted by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down in disgrace. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Shine down! Insolent! There is no escape! Insolent! Now you shall perish! Be gone! The eye sweeps the land! Inazuma shines eternal! The beauty and sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Now you shall perish! Your verdict is decided. Pathetic. Illusion shattered! Your verdict is decided. Weak. Pathetic. Weak. There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal! The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Be gone! The eye sweeps the land! Shine down! Shattered! Euthymia crumbles before...
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, she was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's.
Then, does that...
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking. One that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna... She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, what if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should... Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, help her win... Well, whatever. We can't let anything... Oh, but we also can't... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Okay, maybe if we both ram into it at the same time really, really hard. Oh, you're right. Who knows if she really...
What? Another sad one? No, let me try again. Talk to the Electro Archon whenever you are troubled.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to unravel it for you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always...
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my...
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb?
Aha, you're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer...
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me. What was it like? Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on. First things first. Follow me to...
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of to the outsider. The realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the
So, it's abstract?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object.
What? Alright, well, I might stay here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario.
Paimon had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine. Paimon's coming too.
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wish. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Huh? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And this is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned over countless battles. Not once have you lost, and never have you. Had I made all enemies of it for your fur. You bring honor to the. Now these two. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yes, you have endured. I will endure forever. In spirit, shine down! Purge all obstacles! There is no escape! This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces.
Makoto?
I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, You held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh?
Is it really?
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic.
So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No, but I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of... The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to...
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
Hey, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your... After all,
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing!
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really?
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking forward to it. May the blossoms of the sacred Sakura bloom eternally. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Yaimiko said nothing of the sort, and the traveler has some nerve making up spurious claims about her while she is still present. Some words are not to be passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said to you as our little secret. Understood?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh, I suddenly want some fried tofu.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the people of Inazuma. I always assumed it was because that was her duty. But now, I see that hers was a gaze full of delight and hope. It was not just a duty, but a joy, too. She loved humanity very dearly.
If the people of the past deserve the god's attention, then so do the people of the future.
Indeed. No longer will I ignore their passions and dreams. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Aristocratic etiquette is all just for show. Just smile and nod along. I was forced to learn all of the rules by heart. More speed. Here comes the catch.
Your verdict is decided. This world, a fleeting shadow.
To ashes! Absurd! I condemn you!
Illusions are but distractions.
Shattered! Eye for an eye!
This world, a fleeting shadow. This body is eternal.
Flood of frost! Ruin, followed by blaze! Rack and ruin! Purge all obstacles! Perish!
Think you can bully me?
Beg for mercy!
Inferior!
Shut up!
Witness the final calamity!
Crush!
Purge all obstacles!
Eye for an eye! Shut up!
Eternity is in my hands!
Can't have your drink!
Crush! Beg for mercy! Well met! I condemn you!
Shake it after!
Perish! Shudder! Vengeance will be mine! Rack and ruin!
Think you can bully me?
Things are about to get dicey. Eyes on me! Beg for mercy. Absurd! Eye for an eye. Crush! Freeze to the core!
The eye sweeps the lands!
Shudder!
Shattered!
Rack and ruin!
Lightning falls on the land of eternity!
Beg for mercy!
Only emptiness away.